starting off with Skip, and I don't think any of these are worth keeping on. Evil Queen's the only 3, and we really want something that gives us a chance to stabilize quickly. And I don't think I guess Humpty might, but also has a chance to die pretty quickly, so let's not get into that whole cycle. Fortunately, they didn't use their Knighthood right away, so we don't take the bonus damage. I like Pig. It's a little bit worse against Dracula, because Dracula could have gotten the Slay first round, giving them more attack. But Pig has a decent chance of surviving, I think, on the second round. And as you get to stabilize, it does help you accelerate. Skip has a very weird curve, which is the problem you run into with Skip, is that, next turn we're going to see some 3-drops. We'll see 2s and 3s, but we'll have 4 gold, which means we can't really buy 2 3s. We can maybe buy 2 2s, or we buy a 3 and try to grab a spell of some kind, something along those lines. So I think often, getting the 2 gold can let you buy 2 3s, which can really accelerate you. So we don't know if that will happen. Looks like it will, because they went a pretty weak board. It's weird to go such a weak board and then get the full glory. This is kind of interesting. So I don't really like the 3 that's available. I wonder if it's reasonable just to get 2 2s. And like a cat and just give this 12 health. Or is it better to give this 9 health and the Tweedledee? And this is a more efficient way to spend our gold, I guess. Yeah, we'll just hope this survives with its 12 health. They might have 4 things though, right? Yeah, it looks like, see, they just don't have 12 damage worth of attackers, so we're going to have another 2 gold. Eventually we need to move this to the back and get a front line, but we're hitting level 4, and I think we're going to have, what, 7 gold? So if we cast this spell, what can we do? We go down to 5, but this becomes a 2, 3, 1. I don't know why I'm trying to go for this thing. Could always buy this next turn. We have no way of flipping this is the issue. We can cast the spell anyways though, right? And go 1, 1. Put this here, put this here, put this here. We probably want this buffing 2 things. We want this buffing 2 things. No, we'll be fine like this, I think. We want to get max value out of these buffs. We'd like this to buff 2 things. Having the pig early is okay, but it probably won't die in 1 shot. Nice, that was pretty optimal for us, I think. Yeah, it wasn't going to die in 1 shot there. And we'll take down this fight too. So pretty good start so far. Stabilizing at 37. Not that we're, fully stabilized, but that's generally very lucky. And I think, honestly, the proper play is to buy a Turkish Delight. And get a Greedy, maybe? So now we can put this near the end. We'll buff 2 things, so we'll have more attackers. This thing's just hanging out, and this got a buff. This did get a little smaller. Is that an issue? No, I don't think so. Because we can't have 2 things get buffed twice. So I think we're selecting the Stag, trying to make sure it gets its attack off and then buffs 2 things. Now we could run into a Gwen, but Gwen did lose a lot of power now that the Prince Arthur is, or a lot of early game power at least, with Prince Arthur not being the 3-drop anymore. And we know she didn't cast it on turn 1 because we played her then. So basically we're going for just like a gold we're going for a very gold econ build. We got an extra XP. We're going to hit 5 with at least 1 extra gold, probably 2 if we can keep this pig alive. Although the issue we might run into is that if this is the only thing left, although yeah, it looks like this will trade in before the pig trades and dies. So if that was the only thing left alive, the pig might have traded into it, but looks like we got, what, 3 extra gold? Do we have any slays? No. I like Sporko here. I know we're on 5 though. Let's find some 5s, right? Do we have any slays yet? I do like this. I'm gonna grab this. I think it's just very powerful. I think Mummy's very powerful. I think the End's very powerful. What if we got Mummy this turn, the End, and next turn? So we could sell this and this. Grab a Mummy. Do a little swapperoo. The next turn, we can cast the... So we'll be at 1. We can cast the End to go to 2. Yeah, I mean, we didn't find a Slay, which makes the Baba Yaga a little worse. We could have got the Brave Princess. I don't think we're in for that, though. I'd imagine people have overtaken us in power at this point, although having the do 4 damage to everything is a very strong... it is very strong. Oh, that survives. Okay, so we'll win this fight. They actually don't get to keep their buff. And we get 3 or 4 extra gold. Okay, so let's do this. This means we hit 6 next turn. And we just need to find a 5 drop to, tide us over. I don't think we want the Nutcracker. I think we'll take this. It's a 5. Oh, this is another 5. It's weird to have this at the back. Maybe we go like this. Buff the greedy. This no longer getting buffs is a little strange, but we could put it first. I think letting the against the pants. I think letting the Mummy go off early is going to be better overall. And we're doing pretty well. Obviously, we're at 39 health. We're gonna hit 6. I think most people are still at 4. Might be someone else at 5 with us. I think we've purchased 2 XP and we started with a 3 XP lead. So we're gonna be 5 turns ahead of people. Unless they buy something. So that puts us in a pretty good spot. We've also got an extra gold pretty much every fight. I don't think our pigs died once. So we've been playing up 2 gold and up 3 or 4 XP this whole game. So that's been pretty nice, but we're going to need to figure out how to, get some good 6 drops. We're going to be at 6, at 9 gold, which is early, although it's not the earliest I've ever had. And we're going to need to find some nice 6 drops to make that transition. Otherwise, people are just going to be able to catch up with us, and we're going to feel a little bit silly. So that's what we're working on here. Okay, so nothing's going to die from this. I think they actually have an advantage in this fight. Because they have these strong range characters. We did get a couple nice spawns, though. That did hit well. Ooh, first time a pig died. Oh, but we keep 1 extra gold. Okay, so, some things went right, some things went wrong. We're not going to take a 4-drop treasure here. We're looking for 6s. Here's a 6. Here's another 6. Okay. I think we have our direction. So can we sell 3 things? 1, 2, 3. No, you know what we'll do? We'll just buy the chicken, right? Because the chicken preserves all our gold for the turn. And next turn, we'll just buy... Next turn we'll buy the pumpkin, and then we'll have a bunch of evil characters along with a pumpkin, which will be good. Because what we could do is sell... there's no point in selling. If you have 0 gold, which we do, we bought the chicken, but the chicken carries over as 2. There's no point in selling to get something if you're going to give up power to sell and get something, but then you're not, because we're not wasting any gold here. So it's not like we are getting gold back by selling stuff off. We're not reclaiming any lost gold because the gold would just, there's no gold going to waste. So next time we can get a pumpkin, and then we'll just search for more evil characters, and we'll try to fill out our board. Baba Yaga obviously is not amazing if you're going no slays, but you don't maximize every single character. Sometimes you just maximize your overall board. Well, you should always be maximizing your overall board. I think I've said that a bunch of times. This is actually not bad because okay, so we win this fight, get them down to 4. Pig stays alive. This pig, not too bad, not too shabby over here. We don't need the second greedy. But we need some evil characters. This is an evil character, and it can make a 5-drop. That's probably worth it. Make a 5-drop treasure. Because we have a lot of monsters, we might eventually go for like an Oni King. We usually want this in the back. But we need these other things in the back. Yeah, I guess it's time to take that thing out. And there's nothing we really want to eeny meeny. We could take the chance on the golden chicken. I think just saving 4 gold though is nice. We'll save our gold and we'll make it so they that we can keep trying to find some good characters. We're playing someone at 4. Most people are still at 4, starting to hit 5. Someone's been eliminated. We're doing pretty well, but again, we can't get complacent. We need to keep up the pressure, keep up a strong board so we can turn the corner. If we find an Oni King, if we find some more mummies, some more pumpkins, that's the direction we're looking for. If we find an Oni King, we could maybe, as a non-evil character, keep a Yorm here, because we do have the Baba Yaga, but I don't think we're going to be looking to do that. That's just sort of an option we have. And we take like a 3 big pigs. Actually, we should have moved. Choices there, I guess. Ooh, well, that was a hit. Although we will take out. We're going to buff some of their characters, but take out some of their characters. Okay, well they summoned a pumpkin. Okay, well. How many did they summon? 4? Wow. Okay, I mean, this is a round. This has not been easy. Now we have some big range characters, so I think we win here. Yeah, we barely win against someone who was way low level than us. Huh. Well, we see some stuff that isn't gonna go anywhere, but we do grab a pumpkin. So is a Lancelot worth it here is a question. We can put it right here and it goes up to... Okay. I feel embarrassed I'm not doing math well, but pretty large. And it could give us a 5-drop treasure. I think that's worth it. We have no treasures. 20. That's what it goes up to. So if we sell 2 things, we can get the buff, which means if this triggers, it goes up to 22. Sorry, 26 instead of 24. Do we want to buy this next turn? It does sort of lead us to... I think that might be worth it. Let's try that. It's also just good for, helping in the fight. And I don't think we're going to wait for this. They just hit 5. Most people just hit 5. I think they were on 5 last turn. But, yeah, so the problem is I think this thing needs to survive as well. Otherwise it doesn't work, so maybe that was a mistake. Although it does, helps us in the fight. We just spent 2 gold. Yeah, because this will die when it attacks, right? Oh, it's not even necessarily going to attack. Okay, it did attack. See, I don't think that triggers here. I think just the way it counts it doesn't allow it to trigger there. I think okay because we have the pumpkin spawns. That will fill up the board. We're going to take this person out, actually, so that's nice. They didn't have a particularly strong board. Yeah, see, this didn't trigger. That's unfortunate. I think we just do this to make sure it triggers. And we get a 6-drop. So with all the spawns, Singing Swords is definitely where we want to be, I think. Do we think there's enough turns left that the Ivory Hour is good? I think Singing Swords is just so good, though. It's really good with spawns. Grab this. And do we want to just try to switch into a new thing? There was no grandmother in this game. We currently have no hero power, so anything as any replacement is good. I guess Mordred's good. Mordred's good, grandmother's good. There's a couple other things that are fine. Yeah, we can wait here. We are spewing a couple rolls. It's basically costing us, what, 2 rolls? 3 rolls? But I don't think it's that big of a deal. And I guess we should go like this. Give the buffs to the thing that spawns here. And I imagine we're done with Lancelot after this turn. Oh, we did, oh, no, she gained enough health that she's going to survive. Okay. Because they have the, Dracula's Saber. Okay, interesting. Dracula's Saber with the Echo Wood is interesting here. Okay, I mean, Dracula's Saber with the against spawns is really good. So I think we're going to lose a fight here. Yep. Okay, we're taking some damage. Took 10. Wow. Yeah, Dracula's Saber is a good counter against us. Summoning Portal is going to be good against that. And yeah, let's see if we can get a Grandmother. Oh, we get a Gwen. Do we want a Gwen or do we want a Horde Dragon? Horde Dragon could give us a 7 or a 6 here. This is just nice to cash in though. Yeah, we'll take this. I think this is a lower. It requires less to go right. I think that's going to be a big part of this here. And we'll just put this right here. And I guess we no longer need this Lancelot, so we'll go like this. You know, it's a 25 whatever, but this spawns big things. And the more things that spawn, the more summoning portal things we get. We would like to replace this Baba Yaga with something. Maybe like an Oni King. It just doesn't do a ton here. It does give some buffs, but it just doesn't do a ton, I think. So Loki was strong. What were they playing? It was moments ago. I think it was basically just a board with an Echo Wood and a Dracula Saber that took us down. I think they had a Lancelot at the end. They had a Green Knight. We've just gotten a lot stronger now. But still. This is actually going to go on for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We will summon. So if they were still alive, we'd do a ton of damage because we fill up the board. We do what, 20 something? 22? Okay, so everyone's on 6 now, so we've lost that advantage. Can grab another one of these. I think it might be worth it to get an apple. It's very good with the mummy. And is it better to have the wombat or just another one of... I think just more pigs is fine. We might look into... So we're looking for like an Oni King to upgrade, I think. Although if we found another pumpkin, obviously we'd do that as well. We could just eventually use this on Grumblegore. Grumblegore's upgrade is good. I think it's going to depend on the size of the enemy things. We can't use it this turn, obviously. We do want to use this before... We're going to run out of time to use this is the issue. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we need to be casting like polymorphs every turn. Oh, so they just lost. I think probably to Merlin. So if someone stronger than them definitely could beat us, and we actually got more spawns, although we now mitigate some of the spawn or the Dracula Saber disadvantage with the summoning portal, but I don't know, this could go a lot of different ways. And we're very reliant on the pumpkin. We now have a full board of evil characters though, so we will get full spawns now. Huh. So their mummy's gonna go off. It's not gonna quite kill a pumpkin, which is actually huge. Oh, then it did kill the pumpkin though. Okay, wow. So that's not great for us. We could lose this fight. That thing's not huge, but our spawns are getting bigger though, which works well for us. Oh, and that stayed alive. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this fight then, right? Yeah, we're just gonna have too many stats. And I think they're dead as long as we keep two things alive. Yeah, so we knock them out. So we'll finish top 3 at least, which is nice. Beginning star. Oh, they had double ring of meteor. That's what it was. Didn't realize they had the mimic. Huh, we could buy one. So here's the Oni King we were talking about. I think it's worth getting. Buy an Oni King. Do we want a dragon too? Oni King, we could buff it. Put it here. Then get a dragon. Put it first. This seems good. We don't have a lot of monsters that are actually getting this buff at this point, I guess. Which means maybe buffing the Oni King was a mistake. We should just buff the Grumblegore, right? I guess we will have a bunch of monsters if the pumpkin dies first. I wonder if that means we should switch the pumpkin. Yeah, we probably should have buffed this. Huh, that might have been a mistake. So we'll see how this plays out. This is Loki, who did do work against us last time. We might be able to take out that back line before it gets a lot of spawns. That's a possibility if we are able to get the dragon attack off. Ooh, but they were able to reduce its attack significantly. Wow. This is going to be a tough one. Because those things in the back, that Oni King, no, not, sorry, we have the Oni King, they have a Echo Wood, that's the one. It's pretty big. Okay, losing that's nice. I think we can attrition them down now, because they have nothing getting buffed anymore either. Yeah, well, we do. Oh yeah, we crushed them. Okay, so nice win with Skip. I think we lost 2 fights. One was the first one and one was the last one to Loki. You know, great win overall. I think I made some misplays, but we were so far ahead in XP, it really didn't matter. I think I should have buffed the Grumblegore that last fight. Again, I don't think it would have mattered. Although, remember that we had the Singing Sword, so we get double the value out of the increased buff, so that probably would have been it. We actually, I don't think, ever saw a second Nian, which was interesting. We never got that other 5 drop, but we got some great treasures. We got very early pumpkin, and we're just able to carry the day.